Hey everybody, I am making this video message, and I want to tell you there are some people out here who will go to other people talking about you, but those people don't even like them. The reason why I'm making this video message is because I want to continue the conversation with you all about enemies. Now, on last week I talked to you all about the fact that God is dealing with your enemies, and I also told you all that you need to pray for your enemies. And although a lot of you all do not agree with the fact that we should love and pray for our enemies, it is something that the Lord commands us to do. And when you pray for those who persecute you, when you pray for those who despitefully use you, you are actually going to God on their behalf in a lot of situations, because maybe you feel out of your heart that you want God to lighten the blow of what he is doing to your enemies. But it's something that a lot of you all, you probably sweep under the rug, you overlook, or you outright ignore about a behavior that a lot of enemies display towards you. And one of the most common things is that when an enemy tries to gather up other people to come against you, they don't realize that in certain cases, the people that they're pulling together to start the smear campaign against your good name, your reputation, and your character probably really doesn't even like them anyway. And this is what I want you all to know. Don't assume that when you know your enemies have gathered up a smear campaign, or they've gathered up people who are connected to you directly or indirectly that you previously bumped heads with. Don't make the assumption that they care for these people or that person. Don't make the assumption that they're friends with them. Do not make the assumption that they are allies with that person. A lot of times what enemies have to do, they have to go to people who are connected to you indirectly or directly, because they know that your connection to them has been compromised. So they may know that, okay, I used to work with her, I used to work with him, I used to go to church with her, I used to go to church with him. So I know that their relationship with their brother is not good. I know that their relationship with their sister is not good. I know their relationship with their kids or one of their children is really not good. I know their relationship is compromised. It's a lot of tension there. And so these enemies that go to other people talking about you, they have to know that those people don't like them, because also keep in mind, when they go to these people to talk about you, when they keep pulling them into situations about you that have nothing to do with them, that is when it backfires. That is why you'll see a lot of your enemies turn on one another. That is why you'll see them start arguing with each other. They'll start fighting each other. They'll start falling out with one another. They'll start calling each other out of their name, because of the fact when they come to them to talk about you, at that moment, the people that they're trying to gather together to come against you, they may not have even been thinking about you at that time. See, sometimes with certain enemies, they have a cool-off point where they either can't touch you, they can't get to you, or God is dealing with them. And so when God is dealing with them and things are going haywire in their life, they don't have the time to prioritize coming after you. They don't have the energy and the time or even the resources to plot, plan, and scheme to try to take you down or cause a disturbance in your life. So these new enemies that you have, or some of the old ones that still have not learned their lesson, they'll go to people you've once or previously had issues with, and they'll sit them down and start bad mouthing you, talking about you, or they will even tell them what it is they want to do to you, or they will give them details of how they're going to take you down. And this is when you'll see those old enemies turn against them in a lot of situations. You'll hear that they don't even care for the person that's coming to them about you. See, we already know that enemies, they will fall out with each other. They will fall out with each other. This is something else that a lot of people, it goes over their head. They'll be so busy crying, and I'm telling you all, stop crying about it. This is why you need to pray for your enemies. This is why you need to take all of your enemies, blood related or not, co-workers or not, people that you go and worship God in his house with, stop worrying about them. Because when somebody has to resort going to other enemies that they know you have, or other people that don't really like you or care for you, what they don't understand is that if those enemies are not thinking about you, or they've forgotten about you, or they're focusing on another person or other things, that will agitate them when your new enemies that have formed start bringing up your name and talking about you. You know what else will happen? This is the biggest thing I want you all to take from this video message. What will also happen is that your old enemies, they will come to you and sometimes on rare occasions tell you what your new enemies are plotting, planning, and scheming towards you. They will do that. They will get so agitated and irritated with the fact that this one individual keeps trying to pull them in a situation towards you that they no longer even care about, or they don't have the time and the energy to even deal with it anymore. But they'll start to dislike them and say, why is he coming to me about her? Why is she coming to me about him or her? I'm not even thinking about that person. I'm not friends with him. I can't stand them either. But why does this person feel the need to seek me out? Why is it that this person is asking me to do a particular thing to take this one woman down or this one man down? You know what? I may not be friends with this person that they're coming to me talking about that person to me about. But you know what? I'm going to let them know what this individual is trying to do. This happens, guys, whether you all know it or not, in a lot of situations where your old enemies, they will come to you and tell you what new enemies are trying to do to you. They will come to you because they will be so shocked and appalled that that person is actually trying to go deeper into taking you down than they did. And that is when you will know that God is probably working on your enemies. This is why I wholeheartedly believe why God tells us to pray for our enemies. Because as you're praying for your enemies, you should always want them to repent. You should always want God to cleanse their hearts and their spirits when it comes to you and just overall. Because as God is doing it, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but as God is doing that, he is softening their heart. He is renewing within them the right spirit. And so at the point that a new enemy comes to them talking about you, they'll actually look at them and be disgusted by them. They'll get irritated by them. And so they'll feel the need, like, you know what? I'm going to go and tell my sister, even though we are kind of like enemies with each other and our relationship is compromised, I'm going to tell my sister what this person said that they're about to do to them. I'm going to go to my old BFF and tell them that so-and-so has been texting me, inboxing me, and calling me to talk about him or talk about her. And I'm going to tell them what this person said they're going to do to them. That is what I want you all to understand in this video message. Stop thinking that when your enemies go to people talking about you, to people that really don't like them, that they are allies with them. In some cases, they might be cool with them. And that's why taking you down, it can be a little bit easier. I'm not saying the weapon will prosper. It'll form, but overall it's not going to prosper, because God is always going to dismantle the plan of the enemy towards his sons and daughters and the ones who are chosen and righteous. However, while that weapon is forming, what you got to understand is that in a lot of cases, they're so desperate, they'll pull people into the situation pertaining to you, and those people don't even like them either. Where they have a problem with you, they'll have a bigger problem with the person that's coming to them about you. If you all think about it, have you ever been in a workplace or been in church or been around certain family members and they are so full of hate? They are so full of jealousy. They are so insecure. They are so intimidated and bothered by you to the point they'll just make their whole topic of conversation about you. They'll talk about your past. They'll talk about their personal experience with you. They'll talk about what they think about you. And they will work overtime to put out false narratives about you because they want people to perceive you a certain way. This is what your enemies do. They have to put a lot of energy into their wickedness. And I've said this to you all before. To be evil and to be wicked, it takes energy. It takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of time to be wicked. And so some people, they don't care about being drained. Their whole state of mind is, I want this person to fail. Hold on guys. I want this person to fail. I want this person to die. I want this person to be sick. I want this person to be broke. I want this person to lose their house. I want this person to lose their car, lose their job, lose their mind. I want this person to lose their relationship or their marriage or their relationships. This is what people who are your enemies are doing. And so when they have grown desperate and certain lies don't work, they not hitting like they used to, the truth is starting to come out. God is whooping some of their tails to where they're losing finances. They are sick. They're losing their mind. Their marriage or relationships are compromised. They will just resort to going to people to talk about you, not realizing that those people don't even like them. It may be a cousin of yours that knew one of your former enemies. And when that cousin comes to them to dog you out and talk about you, they'll be discussing with them. Because see, they'll know, enemies know the hearts of other enemies. They know if they were initially jealous of you and intimidated by you, or they're full of insecurity, or they lack having a personality, they'll know when they hear or see enemies coming after you, they'll know that that person is jealous of you as well. They may not say it, they may not call them out, but don't think, people of God, that they don't know what's in their hearts. The wicked recognize the wicked. The evil recognize the evil. They know, just like us as righteous sons and daughters of Christ, like we can recognize a fellow brother and sister in Christ. We can discern when one of our brothers or sisters is in trouble. We can discern demons and devils. We can discern certain locations that are dangerous and environments that we should not go into. Don't think that these evil, wicked people out here, they don't know that enemies who are coming to them about you are wicked and evil as well. Don't think that they don't know. They know. But what your enemies don't realize, and I'm going to say it again, is that those people more than likely don't like them either. Just because they sit and listen to the narratives and the slander and the lies, just because they want to hear the tea, they want to hear the tea on what you got going on, or what that person wants to do to you, or what they already have tried to do to you, just because they listen does not mean that they're an ally of your new enemy. A lot of times they can't stand them because they know the person is one of your cousins that are hateful and vengeful and toxic and negative and messy. They already know it's your vengeful, hateful, narcissistic ex-husband or narcissistic ex-wife. They already know if it's one of your grown kids that was disobedient to you, that was disrespectful to you, that was in and out of prison, that had a drug problem or an alcohol problem, and they just did not want to follow the rules you set. These enemies that are talking about you, the people that don't like them, they already know what it is. They already know what it is. But they'll listen to it just because certain people out here, people of God, they like to have a certain level of information on you. They put it in their holster so they could say, You know what? I used to beef with her back in the day. I used to beef with him back in the day. But see, it don't even matter because I know they lost their house. It don't even matter because I know she lost her car. He lost his car. It don't even matter because I know that they got a divorce. It don't even matter because I know they lost their job. They'll always have something from your past or some gossip that they heard that they actually believe, not realizing it probably was a lie created by other haters. It's so loaded in this message because when there is dirt and things happening in the dark, it's a lot up underneath that pile of mud that has formed and is built onto a mountain. And by the time it starts to get exposed and uncovered, you'll realize that there's so many different things that have been said about you, so many different things that have been going on behind your back for years and years and years that you did not know about, so many different things that people think about you, believe about you, and perceive about you by the hands of those enemies that are going to other people talking about you, but those people really don't like them. So I want all of you all to be encouraged. But this video, I want you all to take it and say, you know what? She's broken down enough to where I understand where she's coming from, but now I can further understand why the Lord wants us to pray for our enemies, because it's a sad state of affairs when overgrown men and women, and this is for young, middle-aged, and older people, because it's some of you all that are young and you have enemies that are middle-aged and older. You have old co-workers that hate on you and they're jealous of you. Some of you all are middle-aged and you have young people that are jealous of you. They'll spread rumors about you. They will mock you. They will spread false narratives about you for different reasons. Coming out the church, coming out the workplace, coming out of your neighborhood, or because they dated somebody in your family and it may be your nephew or your niece. Y'all gotta understand, praise God, if you can see beneath layers and layers and layers and layers and mountains of all of the mess that is built up by the hands of your enemies and your haters. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.